Race number 8, and we run it down this way. It is over the distance of 1650. Class 3 with Winning Dragon getting a claim this week. Comet Splendito has a wider draw. Zakoff after running 4th behind Loyal Baby. We've got Encountered carrying an extra £5 for his last start win. Master Montaro stable change. David Hayes to Peter Ho. Cheek pieces off and the pacifiers go on. Rocket Spade up in trip to the 1650. Gift of Lifeline is a 2-time course and distance winner. Trader, 1650 again. Seaweed Fortune comes back in trip, whereas Dragon Delight, Nicky goes the other way, 1200 to the 1650 for the first time.
Yes, let's take a look at the speed map for this race. The pace should be good. Winning Dragon is a horse who has gone forward in the past. Actually, when winning, he didn't necessarily lead, but he was always close to the pace. Encountered, never usually too far away, and he wears those blinkers for the second time, but he is drawn wide, so he'll have to come across the field a little bit here. Trader might just be caught out a little bit deep. He's actually in gate number 9, but again, another one who can show good pace. Master Montaro is interesting. He's joined a new stable, and they might try and press forward with him, possibly Paul. And Stoicism not too far away.
Yeah, he went forward in a recent trial, Master Montaro, so from a low draw of barrier 4, I thought they might just ride him a little bit handier, something different. Master Light, Maldives gets back, and so does Rocket Spade. He generally gets back.
We will have a look at that trial that Paul spoke of Master Montaro shortly, but Encountered as the last start winner, and Sylvester de Souza is on board.
Sylvester, Encountered is your ride in race 8 coming up on Wednesday night. He couldn't have been more impressive last time with those blinkers on first time.
Yeah, you know, the blinkers first time out worked really well on him, and you know, that day we have a kind gate, and we was right in the middle, and I was very flexible to go forward or take him back. And this time we in the outside, but to me he's a horse. He got a little bit of speed, and I hope the race can be a good speed the whole race, and then I can put him in some position I can win the race, you know.
You trialled him before winning last start. Was that fully expected for him to do it in the manner in which he did?
Well, obviously, the way he was, I thought he would have a great chance, you know, and so did Manfred, and but you know, he proved he was better than what he gave me a feeling, you know.
Talking of the feel he gave you, have you had a chance to sit on him since?
Yes, and the horse is in good form, and he's very kind in the mornings. You only do what you ask him to do. But no, and like they would say, the gate doesn't help, but he's a horse, he's in good form, you know.
You and Manfred Mann have got a really good thing going. I think the strike rate around about 27% or thereabouts, so always nice to get on his horses.
Yeah, I'm very pleased, you know. He been put me up and he give me a support, and obviously we can't get right always, but you know, sometimes when go in our hands and we can play the right way, we win races.
Just finally, Sylvester, I mean, obviously there's plenty of hype around the 4-year-old series upcoming now. This guy is a 4-year-old. He's off a mark in the 70s. I mean, should he win on Wednesday night, that's going to take his mark up. Do you think he's a horse that sort of, you know, might be sneaking into a sort of a position to contend for races like that?
Yes, obviously, you know, if he have to go any further than the trip he's been running, I think we have to leave the headgear off, you know, but we just thought last time he was saving a little bit for himself, Manfred thought, and that's why he put the headgear on and worked out very well. So, but sometimes horses face very well first time, and at the second time they relax a bit more. So if he does that, he could get a bit further with the headgear, or you have to take him off and try something else. But I'm pleased with the trip he runs, you know.
There he is, SDS on Encountered. And X-Replay, Nick, features a number of horses in this. Comet Splendito 4th. Thought he was only fair this night. Trader's a question mark over the 1650. We've got Maldives and Winning Dragon engaged here with Master Delight at the back.
Yeah, look, I'd probably take Comet Splendito out of the race. I think, look, his run was fair without getting too carried away. And he's been favourite on his last 5 starts. He's only won 1 of them. So he can, Paul, be quite costly to follow.
He has been a little bit recently as well. Look, I didn't mind Maldives' run as well. I thought he was running on quite strongly at the end as well, and I think a win from him doesn't look far away.
Stable's in a good form, that of David Hall with Maldives. This is Rocket Spade, Paul. Now, 1650 for the first time. The jump up in trip won't worry him because he does have form in New Zealand over a longer course. Yeah,
so look, he has, and he was a New Zealand Derby winner at Group 1 level, so he's definitely capable with, on his day. He's drawn wide. I think he might have to go back from that wide draw just to because otherwise he's going to be caught wide. He really snuck up on the inside, so did catch the eye here. Wasn't a bad run from him. I've included him on a place line.
Yeah, highly tried last term. That didn't quite sort of work out well for him, but he's run some good races here at the Valley, notably one back in April, so I'd keep him safe.
Okay, that's a good report for Rocket Spade. Now, Master Montaro, Nick, this is a trial. Plus, I got some track work to show for him. 18 Palms is the horse that he finishes alongside here.
Yeah, look, he's a nice horse on his day, and obviously Paul mentioned it a few moments ago that he was prominent in this trial, and this is over 1,700 metres. Look, he's very much a horse out of form, but he's changed stables, Paul, and they've changed the headgear, so there's a little bit happening around him.
Yeah, and look, I thought his work's been good as well. The change of environment seems to have done him quite well. Cheek pieces off, and he has one off 87. He's down to a rating of 73.
Here is his track work, and you said this wasn't a one-off. He's worked well on multiple occasions.
Yeah, you can see him running away from Jubilation here, who's going to be one of the favourites earlier on. I know it's a lower race, but I've seen a couple of pieces like that from him now, so he seems to be going well.
And you found a spot for him.
Yeah, I'm going to include him on the back of that, but not on top. I really like Encountered here in this race. I think he's a horse going places. He's drawn 12, and that's why we should get a reasonable price about him. Currently at 9.6, I think he can win this. Master Montaro will give him a chance. He's so well rated at the moment. Maldives in there for third, who's been running some consistent races. His win was off 67. He's at this rating of 70, and Rocket Spade in there for fourth. 3, 4, 7, and 6.
Yeah, I've also gone the 3 here, Encounter. I think he's a really nice horse. If he stays at this sort of price, I think he's going to be cracking value. So he'll go on top, having won in those blinkers last time, and I think he can certainly build on that going forward. Rocket Spade, I thought, was a very interesting runner in a race like this. Comet Splendido, he's doing not a lot wrong at present and continues to race well. The claim for Matthew Poon will help, and Master Montaro, I've also snuck him in, given that there is a few changes made with that galloper. 3, 6, 2 and 4 for me.
And that is a look at race number 8, which is the first leg of the brand new 4th double trio.